And hello, class. Good day. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us in this asynchronous session as we as we continue to talk about popular literature. But this time, we're going to close off our topic so that we can now proceed to our next topic, which is elements of poetry, and then we go with emergent literature. So let's talk about what is popular literature. Now, popular literature is a formal publishing category of this began in the 19th century up to the 20th century. Now, a time where wider literacy and cheaper printing made books available to middle and lower class readers. Now, remember there was this uh, or the Gettysburg Press happened, which is the Gettysburg printing. That means reading is not just confined to those who were rich, confined to those who were of upper class, but it was now accessible to lower class as well because they don't have to manually write down uh, the books that uh, they can read. So it made literacy wider and much cheaper for everyone, including the middle and low class readers. Now, the formal publishing category of popular fiction begins in the 19th century and up to the 20th century at again a time where good now there was widespread printing of books. The popular literature today is produced either to be read by a literate audience or to be enacted on television and or in the cinema, and it is produced by writers who are members, however lowly, of elite corps of professional literate. So there you have it, a little bit of introduction of popular literature, also known as pop fiction or pop fiction, popular fiction or genre fiction. And most of the genres here are romance, mystery, fantasy, science fiction, and etc., which we will be talking about later on. Now, what's Sir Kevin? You might ask me what's the difference between contemporary and popular literature. Let's look at this. We have here contemporary literature. Now let's try to contrast these two first. All right, in this Venn diagram. So first, in the popular literature, it is written in the present day, while popular literature can be written at any time. All right. So this means contemporary literature reflects the current trends and explores new ideas and perspectives. Though popular literature can be written at any time, it does not really reflect the current situation that we have in. There are sometimes, let's say, for example, uh, when literature about slavery was written, of course, that was not current, but it was current back then, right? So, contemporary now reflects on the current trends. So, whatever is what we call uso or what is trending right now, that is what is being written in contemporary literature. So we go to number two. Often written to challenge the reader's thinking. That's for the contemporary literature. While for popular literature, it is written to entertain the reader. Now, that means contemporary literature now will use experimental techniques or deal with difficult or controversial topics because they want to challenge the reader's thinking. While for popular literature, sometimes it evokes critical thinking, but for the most part, it goes with entertaining people. Okay, the third one, contemporary literature, as what I've told you earlier, more experimental and challenging, while popular literature may or may not be experimental or challenging. As what I've told you, sometimes this popular literature use those emergent techniques, and that's fine. But popular literature, because they're really current, that is what is being written as of now at our current age. That's why it's contemporary. That's why it deals with it gives more opportunities for experiments and challenges. And contemporary literature may deal with new ideas or difficult topics, while popular literature often deals with familiar themes. So, for contemporary literature, you might have themes like, I don't know, uh, what is new with us today? Uh, Here, maybe you will talk about uh, let me just give you an example. Let's say, for example, president. I mean, the presidential sister was telling us that the president was, high. He uses illicit substances. So, in contemporary literature, someone might write something about that. But popular literature often deals with familiar themes. That's why we have these familiar themes on slavery. We have these familiar themes on feminism, women's rights. We have this uh, we have these themes of identity, uh, pushing not identity crisis, but rather having or establishing one's identity. So that is the difference between contemporary literature and popular literature. While the similarities of them is there, of course, they're written by authors, uh, written for an audience as well, and can be entertaining and thought provoking. So these two can be entertaining or thought provoking, can can be controversial as well, and can be commercially successful. Now, what are the characteristics of popular literature? Now, just a few lang that I will be sharing. First is they have fast-paced plots. Now, often has fast-paced plots that keep the reader engaged, because sometimes if the plot is too slow, like it's very detailed, it's defamiliarized too much, then readers, especially at your age, at my age, we don't like to read them because the plot of this book is so draggy. We don't want that. As readers, we want, especially for popular literature, we want that these plots are fast paced. We know what's happening and the next one, the next one, the next one. That's what we want, and that's why it is uh one characteristic of popular literature to have fast paced plots. Number two, easy to read style. Now, with popular literature, you will not be bogged down with highfalutin words or very big words that you even don't know what the explanation, what the meaning is. Popular literature wants to keep the writing simple and easy to understand, so that it would be appealing to the readers. Okay. Next is the escapism theme. So, we all know that when we read books, when we read literature, it's a way for us to escape reality. And that's where escapism themes come in. How does this relate? When you have themes such as romance, of course, when you read a romance book, you like transport yourself out of the current state where you are in, and you imbibe, or you wear the bones and the flesh of the characters, and that's how you escape reality through romance books, adventure as well, adventure books, and fantasy books. When you read through what are popular fantasy books that you read? Um, let's say, for example, when you read or even when you watch Game of Thrones, right? You put yourself in uh the shoes of another character, and that's how you escape reality. So that's escapist themes. Next, wide appeal. So it appeals to a wide audience regardless of age, gender, or background. So even though that you're upper class or lower class or middle class, you can still relate to this popular literature, right? It does not see any economic background or social background. It just sees you as the reader. And that's why literature is popular, because of that. And lastly, commercially successful. Now, these literatures are often commercially successful, selling millions of copies. They're very familiar and popular as well. And those are just some of the characteristics of popular literature. Now, let's go to the nature of popular literature. Now, what is the nature of popular literature? Why is popular literature such? So first is it has an audience reach. So popular literature is read by a wide audience. So includes best-selling nonfiction books, widely circulated periodicals, and certain digital texts. The important thing here is this: when popular literature is written, it's made for everyone, or everyone can relate to it, which is another discussion, which we will do later on. But the important thing here is it has a wide reach. All right, so it's accessible to others as well. Next, we go to the entertainment value. Now, primary purpose of popular literature or any other literature is entertainment. Now, it aims to engage readers and provide pleasurable reading experience. Will this make me feel good? That's the main question that the literature will ask, and will that we ask, so that we can identify that literature is really popular literature, is when it gives that entertainment appeal. Like it makes us uh it not it makes us fun, but rather uh we get enjoyment. We get enjoyment from reading this literature. Next, style and simplicity. Now, some of these points, I've already shared this to you in the previous slides, but style and simplicity works of popular literature are often written in a simple and straightforward style. You don't really read, uh, you don't really read literature that has a lot of plot diversions. There's a lot of side quests. Most of the popular literature, even most of the for you ladies today, I think you are familiar with the concept of pocketbook, right? I'm pretty sure that some of you have read through pocketbooks, and you were romanced by these pocketbooks. But why are these pocketbooks very popular? It's because it's very written is in a simple and straightforward style. uh, uh, Allow me to speak in Bisaya, but in the local language, it's kuskus o walang kuskus balungos. You don't see any diversions, any whatever. It's just straight to the point. It's just what you want to do. So, uh, we prioritize readability over complexity. Okay, so that is uh, the nature of popular literature. The style and simplicity is there. Now, another nature of popular literature is its plot driven. As what I've told you a while ago, pop lit or popular literature tends to be plot driven, emphasizing events and actions rather than deep character explorations. If you're going to have a book that's very heavy on uh, character exploration, like you just talk about the character, talk about what he does, what she does, but not anymore with the plot, then uh, most of those literatures do not really go popular. Those that go popular are those with very controversial plot. There's a lot of plot twists. There's very engaging plot. You know, and that's the reason why as well. Uh, most of our um, most of our TV shows in the Philippines are popular. Let's say, for example, we talk about Batang Quiapo, or I forgot the predecessor of that series. But why is it so popular that it lasted around 8 years, if I'm not mistaken? Why? It's because they have prolonged the plot so much that it's driven by the plot, and that's one reason why as well there is popular literature. If the story is driven by plot, by the events that happen, by the exciting events, disappointing events, happy events, that what makes that composes rather popular literature. And lastly, conventional, not second, second to the last, conventional narratives. Now, what do you mean by this, Sir Kevin? Now, this works adhere to conventional narrative structures, making them easy to follow. Now, it doesn't really, no, popular literatures follow the certain conventional narratives. Like, if you draw the plot, but there's uh, rising action, climax, falling action. In other literatures, though, they kind of switch it. There's flashback, flash forward, some of these events. some of these characteristics rather. And if readers read this, and they will not be able to paint a picture of the plot, those conventional narratives, then they would likely just close the book and just leave it to that. So that's why it's very important for popular literature to be to sorry it's really a characteristic, a nature of popular literature, that they have these conventional narratives. They follow these conventional narratives. And lastly, we have page turners. Now, successful popular fiction compels readers to keep turning the page. These are affectionately known as page turners. So, when you read literature, I mean, tell me if you have experienced this. You have read a literature, and once you read a book, read a novel, then once you've sat through the book, you just keep on flipping the pages. You flip the pages, you flip the pages, until you did not realize that you were able to finish the book already. Why? Because these books are page turners. You won't stop reading until you find out what's next. So, because of that desire in you, because of how the reader or the author has written that literature, it compels you. "Wait, I want to know what's next. I cannot sleep if I will stop." So you continue flipping the page until you reach the ending. So that is the nature of popular literature. Okay, now let's go to the factors that contribute to the appeal of a popular literature. Now, for this activity, and which this will be the ending of part one of our video lecture for today, I want you to uh, listen to me as I describe it, and I want you to jumble the letters, and then in the next slides that I will give you, and then once you have the answers, you can type it in the activity that I will give in Blackboard. Okay, so that's going to be activity one for today. Let's go to the first factor that contribute to popular literature appeal. Now, here we go. Accessibility. All right, now allow me to explain to you. Now, popular literature holds a unique appeal that resonates with a wide audience across different demographics and cultures. Now, what does this mean? Literature, or popular literature to be specific, it resonates with other people, with other cultures. And this literature has a very broad audience, typically written in a straightforward and engaging style that is easy to understand. And that is easy to understand. So when we read a popular literature book, we don't have to understand Norse mythology. We don't have to understand this. We don't have to understand the history of the Philippines. No, we just read through the literature, and right away when we read it, we get it. So that is one factor that contributes to popular literature's appeal. It does not require any specialized knowledge or extensive literary analysis, and makes it appealing to readers of all ages and backgrounds. So, what is it? All right, so answer this one. Jumble the letters and give the correct answer in small letters only in the activity in Blackboard. Okay, now we go to the second one. Now, popular literature prioritizes this and enjoyment. So they offer engaging plots, as what I told you a while ago, compelling characters that you can relate to, and fast-paced narratives that capture the reader's attention from the first page. Whether it's a thrilling mystery, or a heartwarming romance, or a gripping adventure, popular literature delivers escapism and excitement, providing readers with a welcome break from the demands of daily life. So, what does popular literature give to us? What's one factor that contributes to its appeal? It's the blank blank. It's two words. Again, write it in small letters, and then once you figure out the answer, you can type it in the activity one in Blackboard. We go to number three. Factors that contribute to popular literature appeal. Now, Popular literature often explores universal themes and experiences that resonates with readers on a personal level, whether it's love, friendship, loss, or triumph. Readers see themselves reflected in the struggles and the triumphs of the characters, forging an emotional connection that keeps them invested in the story. So what factor could that be when when the themes and the experiences mentioned in the literature resonate with you as readers on a personal level? So what do you think is that factor? Type your answer in number 3 in the chat. Again, make sure all small letters. Next one. Next factor. Popular literature uh, reflects this at this point in time. Now, this addresses contemporary issues, trends, and concerns that resonate with the readers. Now, from exploring social justice issues to depicting complexities of modern relationships, popular literature offers insights into the landscape of this and the societal norms of the day. So, what is it? If you were on site in our class yesterday, in the previous week, we talked about this. Actually, I've mentioned this, but I added historical as well. So, what is that? Blank, blank. So, two words. We go to the next one. Cryptonomy and Fodam. Now, popular literature often inspires passionate fan communities who eagerly engage in discussions, debates, and fan theories about their favorite books and characters. You can see these people, go crazy. Then when you read through forums and they have this certain theories about this is why the author, this is why the character did this in the book, and they're very invested because of that. And with that investment, they see other people as well who are invested in that book, in that literature. And together they create the blank, blank and blank. All right? This sense of community focus camaraderie among readers and creates a shared experience and enhances the enjoyment of literature. So, what could it be? All right? Now, let's go to the last one. The popular literature often inspires, uh, sorry, uh, this factor, it spans a wide range of genres and format. It could be a book, but then next time it could be a movie. Next time it could be a TV series. So that's what makes popular literature uh, appealing to the readers because it spans a wide range of genres and formats, catering to the diverse needs and preferences. Because let's admit it, some of us don't like to read. Sometimes they like to watch, but others as well they would like to watch the movie adaptation, though it's watered down. And they just want to read the entire book. So we have different preferences, and because of this word, it provides different options for the enjoyers of literature. So we also have the different genres that we have. So whatever it is that you want, you want true crime, we have it for you. You want what do you call this? You want romance novels, we have it for you. If you want thrillers, we have it for you. You want YA fiction, young adult fiction, and we have it for you. So there is something for everyone in the world of popular literature. So what could that be? All right. So make sure to answer all of those. Make sure to answer or to jumble it correctly, and then once you can answer that one correctly, you may now proceed to the next part of our uh, recorded lecture.